Good morning. Welcome to morning announcements. All right, now we're going to do it a little bit different because it's Thanksgiving. I'm going to help you all out. I'm going to give you my recipe for homemade cranberry sauce from scratch. So don't be intimidated. The first thing you're going to want to do with the cranberry sauce, you're going to want to rinse it off because there's going to be some stuff in there, maybe some rocks, some wood or whatever that's not a cranberry. So you're going to want to rinse it off really well, put it in a large pot or pan. So my cranberry sauce has a little bit of freshness, so I'm going to want to put a little bit of orange zest in there. You could do it like this and then take it out, but I'm just going to chop it up just a little bit. We're going to add a little bit of orange zest to the pot. That's going to give us some of that orange flavor without a whole lot of juice. Now we do need a little bit of juice, and it's going to add a little bit of sweetness. Ethan, can you get over here and add some orange juice? Alright, now Ethan, here's a pro tip on whenever you're juicing a citrus fruit. You're going to want to kind of push it, roll it on the cutting board before you cut into it. That way it kind of makes it a little easier to juice. Just split it down the middle. Let's get that juice in there. No seeds. I got this. If you want to participate in the Thanksgiving outreach this Thursday at 10:30 at the coffee shop, Open Stand is going to be serving Thanksgiving meals to the surrounding community from 10:30 until 1 o'clock. So you'll want to be there for that. It's going to be really cool. You don't need to bring anything, just bring a good attitude and a smiling face. That might be enough orange juice. Alright, next to add a little bit of sweetness, we're going to get some maple syrup. So we're going to, I don't measure this, I'm just going to go, don't get the Aunt Jemima or whatever, like what you want. You want that pure maple syrup right there, the real stuff. Boom. And we're going to taste for seasoning a little bit later. So we may need to adjust with some sugar, but that's going to bring a nice little flavor to it. Lastly, or almost lastly, we're going to have a little bit of cinnamon for our spices. For something this size, I'm going to use a little bit. You can always add a little bit more, you can't take it out. Now this Sunday night we're going to be doing, we're calling it New Horizon Downtown. That's our downtown outreach over in the Pyro parking lot. You'll want to be here at 5, you'll want to be there at 5 o'clock. We're going to be ministering to the downtown community, sort of a homeless outreach. It's a really good time. So that's this evening at 5 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and add some star anise. They have this at Food City. Ethan or Aiden, smell this. You don't get your nose on it, but yeah. So a little bit goes a long way. You know, toss that in there. We're going to take that out afterwards. Brighten it up a little bit. We're going to add a little ginger. You can get some fresh ginger roots. I like the tubes. It's really nice and easy. I'm going to add, for a pot this size, about 3 tablespoons of ginger, because I like ginger. And lastly, to help it out a little bit, we're going to put about a cup of water. And Aiden, can you go ahead and put that on the stove? Alright, this Wednesday night, guys, this Wednesday we're going to be having a special communion service. It's going to be at 6 o'clock, so this Wednesday, Thanksgiving Eve, we're going to have a special communion service here in the church. That's going to be a really good time together, so you don't want to miss that. And finally, Ethan, hand me that permission form. A lot of your students have received a permission form for 6th through 12th grade students to go on our winter retreat Grow weekend. Looks like this. Matthew, if you lose this, you're going to have to do push-ups, all right? How many push-ups?
15.
You're going to do 15 push-ups, and I don't know that you can do 15 push-ups. So Don't want to forget that, but the deadline for that is December 10th. Now, back to the cranberry sauce. You're just going to cook it on medium-high. Going to simmer that for about 10 minutes. Take it off the heat. It'll cool down, and then we'll be ready to serve. Still recording?
Yeah.
Pinch of salt. Like this. This is very nice. Welcome to our anniversary service. We have comedian Tim Lovelace is here. Chris said that they have a real comedian here, so they don't have to listen to me. Words hurt Chris. But welcome, Tim, and we're looking forward to a great time together today. And then after the service, we're going to be eating a potluck here in the FLC immediately following the service. Thanks, guys.